Hey, what's up, guys? It is September 8th, uh, 2024. Happy Sunday, guys. Um, yeah, I actually just not filmed, but recorded a 15-minute, uh, video, and I didn't record the mic sound because my app wasn't working. So, yeah, real awesome. But, yeah, had a great day today. Did a workout, did some arms, and went to the mall, messed around, had some smoothies, watched the Saints game. The Saints demolished the Panthers today. It was awesome, real awesome. But yeah, it's 5 o'clock for me right now, and wow, great ads. But yeah, today we're not actually gonna use the Bible today. We're actually gonna use some other media. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Berserk. It's a anime slash manga. There's many adaptations, but it's a very powerful story of a swordsman named Guts. Right, Guts wields this big sword called the Dragon Slayer, and he is basically cursed by demons to fight them nightly till he dies. He is cursed until he dies. So he had a really rough life. Guts was born under the corpse of his mother, basically under a tree of hanging corpses, and it was picked up and was adopted by his father then, and then he was also sexually abused by one of his dad's comrades. I'm not too sure, I forgot, but he kills him, and he's pretty good start so far, right? He's great life, great trauma. um and he becomes a very skilled swordsman. He meets a group called the Band of the Hawk. He meets a guy named Griffith, the leader of the Band of the Hawk, and he has pretty big ambitions, And Guts was fighting for his cause, and they became really good friends. And through their trials and tribulations, they destroyed many armies, many formidable foes, and unfortunately, everything comes apart when Griffith basically makes a deal with the devils, right? And he sells um, his Band of the Hawk to death, to condemnation. I don't know how you say it, but yeah. So Guts loses the love of his life. Not the love of his life, but he loses all his cherished comrades and friends that he made, and it all culminated in uh, Griffith raping Casca, which was his love, in front of him, and Guts just, man, he's just having the worst time, and he just becomes enraged, right? And then fortunately, the Skeleton Knight comes up, picks him up, and Casca saves him from the dark shadow realm, right? And he tells him, this is a very powerful quote. The Skeleton Knight tells him, after all that's happened, tells him, struggle, endure, contend, for that alone is the sword of one who defies death. So yeah, it's like, man, now that he is branded for death, That's the curse that they Griffith put on them. You know, he has to fight these demons every night, every night. So that's very very powerful. Actually, when I was depressed, I watched a lot of Berserk, and I was very invested in this story because you know he's had a rough time, right? That's what happens when we fall in depression, right? We endure a lot of pain, a lot of heartbreak, and he has endured sexual abuse, betrayal of his best friend, you know, seeing the love of his life being raped, and then she also becomes so traumatized that she basically loses her mind and she becomes a vegetable. And you know, it's tough. And we also, I didn't really say this or mention this, but also like his unborn son or unborn child that was in Casca was tainted by the demon magic, and that fetus haunts him from time to time. You know, it's like, man, um, but here's Guts still standing, and he fights for what he believes in. He fights for his friends and still has the perseverance to stay strong and continue on his journey to find Griffith and defeat him. That is basically the sum of a summary of Berserk, and it's a very powerful story. I think a lot of people that are dealing with depression or suicidal thoughts can relate to. You know, it's you know, this life is not an easy one. There's many stories of people enduring horrible things, and you know, most of us turn to um. So what happens when we endure pain, right? What we have to do is um cope. We have to cope. Otherwise, we would go insane. So the way we cope is either, you know, we use healthy coping mechanisms, or we don't use any beneficial coping mechanisms. So usually, I don't know. Let's say we we turn to drugs, alcohol, or I don't know, pornography. Uh, it's just not just unhealthy coping mechanisms, right? Even food, right? Even food, even though they can basically numb the pain, right, for a certain amount of time. Uh, Sooner or later, you have to face the music. You know, like that. You know, you can only hide behind opioids and you know weed or whatever. You know, there's only so much that it can um, hide or numb, right? That's what we do it. We do it to escape the pain. But here's the thing: the pain never escaped. So what happens is we bury that pain deeper in the subconscious, and then that molds into what we are today, whether we like it or not. You know, and um, yeah. But once we don't have those mechanisms, what now? It's like, no, no. Now you got to deal with it, and you can also develop more issues from our unhealthy coping mechanisms, and it can be a lot worse. It can increase our depression and just sink us deeper down that hole. So it's tough. It's really tough. It's like easier said than done, right? But you know, I think once we master our pain, that is when we truly take control of our lives. Because if we don't control like our emotions and the pain we endure and how we react to it. That's number one. You know, it's we can lose control of our life. You know, and so lately I've been trying to um, invoke those feelings of pain and suffering and loneliness, and kind of reroute that, or using like alchemy, like use turning poison into gold, taking that pain and use it as a source of energy, as a source of motivation. you know like I said, the pain makes us who we are. We all have scars, you know scars everywhere. And that pain makes us who we are, because that's what happened. It happened. And you know do not cheat yourself because of the pain that has been endured to you. you know um Use it as a fountain of energy, as a fountain of motivation to strive to be your best self, and use it as a testimony. You always hear about these people that um endured so much. I've Man, when I was in the mental hospital, this guy had to endure 4 gunshots. He survived that, but his nephew did not. And the nephew's father, due to heart, you know through mourning and sadness, he committed suicide and also murdered his son. Well, not my friend's son, but uh, his own son of 3 years. And he has to deal with that grief. And it just pains me because I see him every day. He can be a funny guy, and he sometimes has a blank look, and he has to deal with that. And it's like I pray for those people every day. People that endure so much more than I did. It's like once you look at that, it kind of puts everything in perspective. Of what kind of issues am I and I'm writing about this. Yeah, it's a story about how you can use your pain as your advantage. It really depends on your reaction, because that's the only thing you can control, right? How you react to things, and that's the only thing you can control. You can't control the bad events, but what you can control is how you react to it, and that's on you. You know, you can always drink yourself to an early death, or you can use that pain as a resolve to do better. It's like working out. You know, what happens when you're working out? Right? You're lifting weights. So what you're actually doing is you're hurting yourself, right? Because you're tearing muscle fibers. But then you also have to heal. Right? If you don't let your body heal, you can't become stronger. So, it's just like that with pain and grief. When it happens to you, feel the pain. Like, embrace the pain. Like, it's gonna suck. Um, like I said, easier said than done, but just embrace it for what it is, and then allow yourself some time to heal, and allow yourself to mourn, or don't suppress those feelings. Those feelings are what make you human. And then once you do that, once you heal, once you build the resolve to continue on, you will become stronger. Pray to God for strength. Pray to God for peace, and He will give that to you. Just gotta be open to it, And yeah, once you do that, you will become a better person. I guarantee it. But yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say about this subject. Look at that, 15 minutes on the dot. Yeah, I'm gonna play a little song here. Song of the day is gonna be William Black and Said the Sky. All Falls Down, featuring Melodie Wagner. I'm gonna post it in the description, but it's a little snippet of it. All right, I'm not gonna play too much because I'm gonna get a copyright warning. But I appreciate you uh joining in today with the video. If you lasted this long, I really do appreciate it. And if you like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Maybe even the OnlyFans. You know, it's free. I don't see why not. Just do it, bro. The only thing is you gotta sign up for a credit card. So I didn't really think about that aspect, but eh, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, if you also um think someone needs, you know, a pick me up, or you know, or someone that is dealing with depression or and suicidal thoughts, you know, consider sending this video to them in the series. You know, like I said, this is like my calling, and this is what I'm gonna be doing for the rest of my life. So yeah, thank you guys. I'll see you later.